everybody, how is it going? It is your pal, Sal here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to the Ides of Spice month, where throughout the entire month of March we are going through and listening to the debut album of each solo member of the Spice Girls. And today, for this glorious weekend, we are tackling the debut album from Miss Melanie C, who as you know on this channel, I love to call her Miss C. I like that name for her. We are listening to her debut studio album, Northern Star, which was released on October 18th of 1999. So in case many of you were unaware, Melanie C, Miss C, is regarded usually as the best vocalist of the Spice Girls because, well, she just is. I think there's no way around that. Melanie C always had the best vocals. In fact, if you look at my original videos of when I did go through the 3 Spice Girls albums, I was like, I'm really enjoying this womanly voice I'm hearing on the album. So I love Miss C. In fact, we've already reacted to a Miss C album on this channel. It's right up here. You know, I can't point. There you go, up there. We reacted to her album that came out 2 years ago almost. Oh my gosh, it's time. Time is a thing. And I loved it. Melanie C, Good Enough, all those great songs, beautiful. So ever since I did that journey, the main album solo request I've gotten is for this album that we're tackling today right here, Northern Star. It's regarded as Melanie's best. I think there's another album she has that's regarded very highly called The Sea, I believe. We'll tackle that one day, don't worry about that. But this has been a big request for me to do, and I'm excited to do it because I do love Miss C, and I'm excited to explore more of her music. So getting into the stats, this album was released on October 18th of 1999, and even though it did chart higher, obviously, in other countries, I always look at where it charted in America first, because, you know, that's where I'm from. And this album did chart at number 108 on the Billboard 200, so not loving that. But if you look everywhere else, like in Swedish, or not in Swedish, in Sweden, it did hit number 1. In her home country of the UK, it hit number 4, so did better there. There were a total of 5 singles for this album, which include the first single, which was Goin Down, which hit number 3 in Scotland. They loved her there. The second single was Northern Star, which hit number 4 in the UK singles chart. The third single, Never Be the Same Again, was a number 1 UK single. Ha ha ha. The fourth single, I Turn to You, was a number 1 US dance club hit, so we love that. I'm excited to hear that. And the fifth and final single was If That Were Me, which hit number 7 in Belgium. So I think there's nothing left to say. Oh, also, I should get this out of the way. It was just announced a couple weeks ago that this album for the first time is getting a vinyl release for Record Store Day, which I think is incredible. Perfect time for me to listen to it too, considering I can't control my money when it comes to spending money on vinyl. So anyways, I think the best thing to do is to get started with listening to this album. So we begin with track number 1, which is promptly titled Go. Let's do it. I like how it sounds very in the back. Okay, we're going. Gotta go. This is kind of reminding me of the Britney song where it's like, don't keep me waiting. That's what I'm getting the vibe of right here. Okay. I love how that almost sounds like the wind. Oh, these lyrics are poor things. They are not matched up correctly. Oh, wow. Another dimension. In another dimension. Yes, Melanie C. Oh, I had my speaker facing the wrong way. That's better. I'm sorry about that. I didn't realize that. I gotta go. Okay. Okay, that was Go. Also, if you're ever listening to this on Spotify, just so you know, these lyrics are not matched up properly. So I think after the first chorus, like it was like not matching whatsoever. So that was Go. And what I liked about this song is that it has this distinct lyric dance, like I want to get your attention. And the way that this song got my attention, I found was more in the production versus the lyrics. So you know, at this time, because this is 1999, the Spice Girls, from what I gather, they're not on hiatus, but they're not at their height anymore. I think this is still a year before Forever comes out. So I imagine the future of the Spice Girls maybe was a little up in arms, and they had been like, you know, officially, you know, ended, this song I maybe would have liked a little more at the time. Because I would have been like, okay, Melanie C's got to go. She's got to get our attention. She's solo now. This is just her all on her own. What I find interesting with this song, though, is that it's not like, it's an anthem, but it's not like a woo anthem. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't, how do I describe this? To me, the song almost sounds like it's in a minor key, which I don't think it is. I can't prove that. I'm not that great at music theory. I'm not going to lie there. But it doesn't sound, you know, like triumphant. It sounds a little more like minute, like, you know, down here she's like, I gotta go, I gotta do this. It sounds more tense for her than I think that a song like this I would have normally expected. It's different from the way Jerry's album opens up, you know, look at me. It's very like in your face, whereas this one's a little more pulled back, which I find interesting to open up your album with this. It wasn't what I was expecting, but she's got to go, and I'm excited to see where she's going with the rest of this. Pun. I'm excited to see where we're headed. I did like it. Well, let's see. And this wasn't a single. I agree with that, because it's more of like a little opening track for the album. But interesting start, and let's see where we're going. Track number 2, we have the title track, which was also the second single, or the second song. Oh my God, second single. Which hit number 4 in the UK. This is Northern Star. Oh, it sounds like a folk tale. I love it. Kept it hidden well. I love the British coming out. Okay. I love her little whisper here. Oh, these vocals. I love it. Elongating it. Okay. Ooh, I love that. Love the backing vocals.
And if they dare to question you, just tell them that our love is true.
Well, I love how musical theater this is. I love it. And don't succumb! Oh my God. And goodbyes. Aww. Northern Star. Here we go. Oh my God. Northern Star. Aw. Well, that was lovely. Okay, I need to pull up the lyrics separately right now because there's something I want to check out. So, Northern Star, well, what I love is that, as I've been told, Miss C has a background in musical theater. Same here, Miss C. And I just love that it's combining what sounds like almost a folktale and a very musical theater song. I'd like to hope that when they did Viva Forever, that this was one of the solo songs that they chose, because it's just, how can you not? This is This is lovely. So let's look at the first verse real quick. They tried to catch a falling star, thinking that she had gone too far. She did, but kept it hidden well until she cracked and then she fell. If all of the history is true, she's gonna end up just like you. You made it to the other side, but tell me who will be my guide. They build you up and they can tear you down. Trust the ocean, you'll never drown. Who is next? Who's gonna steal your crown? You'll see. So that's interesting because the way it starts off, they try to catch a falling star. So you think she's telling a story about the past, but then this lyric here, she's gonna end up just like you. So now we're in the present. So that story is current then, and this girl that I don't know. That's a weird way of looking at it. I don't know how to. What? Okay. Well, either way. So you get the drift there. Fulfill the longing in your heart that we will never be apart. And if they dare to question you, just tell them. I mean, it's kind of like. I don't know, there's a lot of different ways you could take this. I feel, it's a woman who has gone through a lot, and I feel like maybe her, being in the spotlight, as a Spice Girl, that's something she can't go back to. She's got to move on. Don't look back. Don't succumb to their lies and goodbyes. Live your life without regret. I mean, there's a lot of different ways you could take this thing. It's open to a lot of, I feel, different interpretations. Like, does the Northern Star refer to just the person themselves, or like a star, Miss C? Oh, that's tough. Wow. But I mean, the production is just gorgeous, out of this world, honestly. Wow. Again, I love the vocals were great. The combination of this old folk tale versus the musical theater, lovely. Just lovely. Now I want to see, because I have the Wikipedia page for this brought up. Does it say anything specific about it? I mean, it did. Oh my God, there's multiple different there's a 5 minute and 31 second version of this. So it hit number 4 in the UK. It also hit number 5 in Scotland, number 9 in Belgium. Didn't sadly chart in America because we don't enjoy good music here. But that was lovely. I loved hearing that. I can't wait to hear it again. That was nice. Track number 3, Goin Down, which was the lead single. Okay, here we go. Well, spooky. Okay. These first lyrics I can see are kind of like, whoa, how come I didn't see you were making fun of me? I don't know why you didn't see that, Miss C. I would love if somehow the vocals without this effect that they have on her leaked. I'd be curious to see how they sounded. Going down. This is a little scary. Oh my God. Miss C. What are we? I have to hear that again. What? Did you hear the way she said hardcore? Right here. Right here. Oh my God, Miss C. Okay. That sounds familiar right there. Okay. That left you there. Ha! You know what that reminds me of? Does anybody remember the episode of The Nanny where Fran is like, I can rap, and she's like, That's what that reminds me of. You're going down. This was an interesting track. You know, I didn't hate it. I really didn't. I liked how it was experimental. I really liked how the music changed during the bridge. I think the vocal effect that she's using on her voice is interesting. My two issues, they're not even really, well, one's an issue, one I'm just kind of like, I don't get it. The first issue is, this is an oddball choice for the lead single for this, because at least with the first two songs, it does not sum up what I would think that the first single from this album would be. What's interesting is when you look at the Wikipedia page, the song did get mixed reviews from critics, and besides really in Scotland and UK, I mean, it hit number 64 in the Netherlands, 18 in Europe, and number 25 in Australia. That's higher than I would have imagined it would have done. It's an oddity. It's a very much an oddity. And I think I would enjoy it more if it hadn't been the lead single. Now, granted, this doesn't really affect me. It's not like I was watching all these singles roll out. But looking back in history, that's an oddball decision for me. And my other question is that was Miss C an angry woman at this time? Because right here where she's like, again, I guess not everything has to be autobiographical, but it's like where she's like, don't be afraid by the confession I made. I'm not a whore. And what was the thing after that? I'm not a whore. I've gone hardcore. You're going down. You're going down. So she's angry at somebody, and she's like, I'm taking him down. So my question, who's calling her a whore? I wasn't under the impression that the Spice Girls were considered, you know, like, hoary, if you know what I mean. Like, or people were like saying, you sluts, you know, things like that. So I'm wondering where this is, where did this come from? Who hurt Miss C is my question here. So, you know, I liked it. It was interesting. Just don't agree with this being the lead single. That's an oddity to me. Okay, track number 4, we have I Turn to You, which was the biggest single here in America, with being on the Dance Club. And there's also a remix attached at the end of this album, so I'm assuming the Dance Club hit came from the remix and maybe not the original cut. Well, we'll see, I'm not sure. What I also love, too, is that this is 1999, so obviously this is the same time that Christina Aguilera has her I Turn to You out. So this was a very popular title back then, apparently. I know that this is a different song, but it's like, how many I turn to yous can there be? Which is funny, because like I would never, this is a saying I'd never say, I turn to you. Like, what? I don't know. But here we go, I Turn to You. Maybe it is a dance track already. We'll find out. Here we go. Okay.
When nothing turns out the way I planned, I turn to you.
This sounds familiar. Maybe who knows? That could be a little Diana Ross reference. Upside down he turns her. Okay. I like this lyric. I like that this lyric, when my insides are racked with anxiety, because with the way that the beat is, you almost kind of can feel the anxiousness within the beat. I love it. Okay. Let's keep it going. Okay. I turn to you. 'Cause you're the only one who can turn me around when I'm upside down. Okay. Good for her. I turn to you. Aw, that's nice. She's like, you can turn to me too. I turn like a flower leaning toward the sun. I turn to you, 'cause you're the only one. I love that. You can tell me around. I turn to you. When fear tells me to turn around, I turn to you. I can't wait till I get to listen to this one with headphones. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Okay, that was I Turn to You, and what I loved about this song is that it's really, it's to me, it sounds like something that could have easily come from Madonna's Ray of Light. I mean, it's very much, it has like, kind of like Skin and Nothing Really, well, kind of a little Nothing Really Matters, but also Sky Fits Heaven vibes. It's like, it reminds me of all three of those. And it's also cool too, because it's like, you can dance to it, but you can't like, get down to it. And the lyrics are fairly simple. She's like, when life is tough and life is, hard, I can turn to you and you're going to be there for me. And what I like too is at the end, she's like, also, if it's ever vice versa, you can turn to me too. I can imagine, especially with Christina Aguilera's I Turn to You being out at the same time, at least they sound completely different to be like, okay, two I Turn to Yous, we can live with that. I liked it a lot. I thought it was a lot of fun. I'll be curious. I was thinking about maybe doing it for this video, but I'll just do it on my own, because 2 bonus tracks of this album are the single mix of another song and the Hex Hector radio mix of I Turn to You. But I'll save those for my own, because lyrically we're not going to learn anything new, obviously. But I liked it. I really did like this. I thought it was a lot of fun. I haven't heard a song that reminds me of something from Madonna's Ray of Light in a while, so that's a winner in my book. Track number 5, If That Were Me, which was the 5th and final single. And these lyrics aren't time synced yet. They didn't do that.
They're walking on by, they're looking at you.
I like this.
Some people stop, some people stare.
Okay. Ooh, the orchestra building in the background.
What would they help you and do they care? When it's cold, is it your hope that keeps you?
Oh. I see what she's going for here.
A bit of change is all that I give. How is that gonna help when you got nowhere to live?
Wait.
Lonely where you are, sleeping in between purpose. When it thunders, where do you hide from the storm?
I like how these chimes almost remind you of like money dingling down.
My self-pity. How did we fall? Can we get up at all? Are we happy where we are on our lonely little star?
Hey!
When it's cold,
That's a reference to the Northern Star.
hope that keeps you. They're walking on by, they're looking at you. They're walking on by, they're looking at you.
This song took an interesting transition for me. I think sonically we needed it after the first 4 tracks, because it makes me wonder where we're headed from here after that. But what's interesting is that lyrically this is something completely different, something that the Spice Girls albums didn't tackle, something that Jerry's album didn't tackle, something that really truly has nothing to do with Miss C. She's talking about walking by seeing a homeless person, and she's like, what happened to put you into this situation? And she's like, she's just wondering, like, how did this happen? You know what I mean? I haven't heard a song like this since I listened to Cher's Not Dot commercial, where she has a song called Our Lady of San Francisco, where she talks about walking over a homeless woman and just like treating her like dirt, and she's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did this. This was interesting. She's like, what do I do? And she's like, how can I help you? Is there a way to help you? But there isn't a way to help you. It's just like, it's this thought. I liked this. Lyrically it was interesting, but I really did like the production, the small guitar that's in there, the little bit of the orchestra that comes out. Interesting. Wow. Okay, Miss C. I liked this. I did. Track number 6, Never Be the Same Again, which features Lisa Left Eye Lopes. And it did hit number, where was this one? This one was the 3rd single, and it did hit number 1 in the UK. So it was a UK hit. The Brits loved it. Let's hear it. This is so different. Now we're in like R&B territory, kinda. Yeah. I didn't realize this lady, Lisa Lopes, she's passed away. I didn't know that. Aww. NYC to LA.
The highways, see, it'll never be the same. What I'm saying, my mind frame never changed till you came and rearranged. But sometimes it seems completely forbidden. It'll never be the same between you and I. We intertwined our life forces and now we're unified.
I thought that we would just be friends. Things will never be the same again. It's just the beginning, it's not the end. Things will never be the same again. It's not a secret anymore. Now we've opened up the door. Never be the same again.
Never be the same again.
Never be the same again.
Interesting turn that this song took, especially using the R&B elements of this song. In terms of the Lisa, I didn't know. I've heard of Lisa Left Eye Lopes before, but I just looked her up, and unfortunately she did pass away in the early 2000s. I like her. I didn't necessarily love the rapping verse on this song. I think it would have been fine without it, personally. I guess that's just more of me. I will say it is kind of funny to look at the single cover for this song. This is unfortunately when, I don't know why they let Missy do this. It's when she like cut her hair really short and blonde, and it just looks... Ooh, I hate the cover of the Forever album. I love it, but I hate it at the same time because whoever took scissors to Miss C and to Victoria should be shot because whoa, it's not looking right. I'll tell you that much. So I'm not in love with that. But this song, I did like it. I think the vibe I'm getting from it, it's talking about two friends who thought that they would just be friends, but a little something happened, and now they're a little more than friends, and nothing's ever going to be the same again. I liked it. I thought it was really cool, really chill. This is the most played song off of the album on Spotify at 31 million plays? Oh my god. That was fun. I liked it. It's interesting the turn it took with this album. So far we've gotten very different, distinct songs, but they all fit, which is odd too, but I like it. Track number 7, Why? Okay, this sounds a little dark. And is this one of the more... No, it's still not that. This is the third longest song on the album.
How can a sugar pill
A sugar pill, okay.
take this pain away? To start. Put out the stars, rub out the sky. Look to the future, wipe the teardrop from my eye.
Why?
Am I crying over you?
I like that.
'Cause there's nothing else that I can do.
Why?
Do I always look for you?
Why? For what reason? That's like in one of the Janet albums.
Left you well alone. God, I wanna call you, but I can't.
She
pick
can't.
up the phone. Bring on the nights. Want you to show me how you're gonna make it right.
Right out of the chorus.
Am I crying?
Oh, now it's a little different. Adding a little more to it. Okay. Okay, now we're building. Why does the rain fall? Here we go. Why? Oh, I love it. I love it. Why? Why? Wow. Why? Oh God, why? Oh my God. Okay, that was why, and you know, I think this is interesting because I never would have imagined this. I think this might be my favorite track so far. What I love is the slow build that this song has. Like when it first started, I was like, okay. She's like, why does this happen? You know, well, let's read it exactly. What are her exact feelings? Why does the rain fall from the sky? Wait, no, I want more of the chorus. Yeah. Why am I crying over you? Because this is something else that I can, because there's nothing else I can do. Why does this happen to her? Why does she feel this way? But then as it builds up, it becomes this anger, this burning need to understand why that this is happening. And almost when she's like, screaming to the heavens. She's like, why? I think that this what a shame this wasn't a single, because this could have had a really cool video. Like I could just see her, like, especially because like this makes me think of the cover with her like in the mountains, or not the mountains, on a rock. Who knows? I don't know where she is. She's on a rock. That's all I can get. But I could just imagine her screaming on this rock, why? Wouldn't that be funny if that was the cover of the album instead, just her on the rock going I loved this. The vocals were great. The production was fantastic. And I like how the first time she does the why, it's just the why. And then they add more to it with the why. They add a little something, a little jazzy to it. Lovely. Loved this. That is a winner. That is great. I'd like to hope too, because this is, I imagine when it gets reissued on the vinyl, this is a 12-track album, so I would like to imagine that the first 6 songs are side A and these last 6 are side B. Which would mean that this would be the opening for side B, which I think is just lovely. I think that makes sense. So why is probably, and what a shame too, only 245,481 listens. That ain't right. That ain't right. Damn. Track number 8, Suddenly Monday, which it always seems to be. So here we go. No, not a little jazzy dance number. Okay, hang on. Love it. Oh no, Suddenly Monday.
Where was the weekend? I lost it again.
I lost it again.
To the bus stop. It's
Never on time.
I couldn't care less 'cause you make me feel fine. Whenever I'm down, you're always around.
Oh my God.
Maybe this time true love I found. The things that you say,
Good thing.
the things that you do.
Okay. Another Star reference. Okay. You would. Yeah. I love a dance. I would love to see her do a little tap with this. I think that'd be great. Go Sporty Spice! Nah. Oh, well that's a damn shame. You're gonna end me there. You're gonna end this there, Miss C. No, no, that should have been longer. That was too much fun. I mean, again, how would this doesn't seem like it would fit, but it works. I don't know. This is odd. I've never heard an album like this where I feel like we're getting so many different sounds, but they all fit. it's so strange. But I mean, this guy just makes her happy so much so that she loses track and time again because he makes her so happy. Whenever I'm down, you're always around. Maybe that. I mean, it made me happy. I mean, suddenly the song ended, so I didn't. Okay. Yeah. No, that should have been longer. That ain't right. You can't. No, Miss C. Miss C, come on. Where's the extended mix? Where's the extended mix of this song? That ain't right. That made me too happy to end that quick. What a shame. I loved it though, so it gets a like. Okay, so for track number 9, we actually have a bonus track. So as many of you guys know, because I did get a couple of these people asking me in the last video, I will only ever I do not include B-sides unless they were included in some form of the track listing of the album. I don't care from which country, but that's my rule. That's my rule. And sadly for Jerry's album, none of the B-sides were included as bonus tracks anywhere. Now for Miss C though, I'm not sure how many B-sides there were for Northern Star, but there was one that was included on the Japanese pressing, and that is the song Follow Me, which we are going to listen to now. So in my eyes, this will always be track number 9. So here we go. Follow Me.
Wanting you so much, my heart could break. To touch your skin, to feel your hair, I'd follow you anywhere. Light goes out, I watch you sleep, and the waves that wash over me, wash over you. Follow me, I follow you through your dreams to secret places. Here's my hand, just take it. Do as I do, anywhere. Angels that watch over me, watch over you. Follow me. And the waves that wash over me, wash over you. Follow me, I follow you. I follow you.
Okay, that was Follow Me, and production-wise, I did like it. I think it had a very chill vibe, but almost a little too chill that I was, not gonna lie, I was a little tuned out for it. That wasn't its fault, I guess it made me calm. I guess that's a positive for it. Had it been included on the album, I think it would have been fine. I think it would have probably been, because it's still a good song, I think it would have just been the least impressive song, if you will. But nice enough that I'd still listen to it again and maybe, feel more to it. I do wonder, because one thing I did see in some of the research I was looking at here, the last tracks recorded for this album were Go and I Turn to You. And I do wonder had I Turn to You had not, even though they're like different, production-wise, lyrically I get a little of the same thing, like she's going to follow him, she's going to go to him, she's going to turn to him, all that good stuff. I wonder had this would have been included then? That would have been interesting to see. It's fine. I do think the least impressive, but still good. Track number 10, Gaga. What a title. This kind of reminds me of Goin Down a bit. Stupid. Gaga. Crazy. Let it hurt. Let it hurt. Let it hurt. Yeah, that was Gaga, and I won't lie, my least favorite track of the album, easily. I think one thing I will say is that I do like that there were some parts of the production that did remind me a little bit of Candy Perfume Girl from Ray of Light, but other than that, lyrically I was kind of like, Gaga, like she's like, she can't believe that she's like, you know, like doing all this stuff again. To me it sounded a little too similar to either Go or Goin Down, and then there were some lyrics tackled in here that I feel like we tackled much better in the song Why, so... yeah, Gaga was a skip for me, and quite frankly, I would have probably replaced it with Follow Me, because it just didn't do anything. I don't know. It didn't add anything for me. Track number 11, Be the One.
The situation is getting boring. You're not gonna spoil another day. I don't expect you to be calling. You're always gonna act that way. Wanna be the one and be the one who moves my heaven and earth. You wanna be the one and be the one who shares my heart and thirst. You see the other ones are hanging on. They've got nothing on you. You wanna be the one and be the one, the only one. You say you hooked on me, but where were you last night?
Uh-oh.
Because when you looked at me, yeah, you couldn't hold my eyes. Saying things you never mean. Be the one, be the one. Moves my heaven and earth. You wanna be the one, be the one.
Be the one. You gotta be the one. Be the one. Be the one. Yes, just be the one.
Moves my heaven and earth. You wanna be the one, be the one. Shares my heart and thirst. You see the other ones are hanging on. They've got nothing on you. You wanna be the one, be the one.
Lovely. Lovely. Aww. I think that would be in my top 5 actually for this one. What I liked about this song is that she's talking about being in basically borderline an abusive relationship where this guy is cheating on her and he's like, I'm the one. And she's like, if you want to be the one, you're going to have to do, this is how you be the one. What you're doing right now, that's not the one. You're going to have to share my heaven and earth, all those things. That was lovely. The tenderness of the guitar, the tenderness of Melanie's vocal. Aw, be the one and be the one. That should have been a single. Why was Going Down a single, but this not? I don't get that. This was adorable. I would have loved. I think this could have done. I think it could have maybe done well in America. I really do. It's got that nice little folky vibe to it. I don't know. I like it. I really like it. What a shame. This is one of the least listened to songs too. What the? What? Ugh. Track number 12, Closer.
We'll be forever. I see the ocean in your eyes when we're together. There are no boundaries. There are no limits. My heart has been afraid.
Interesting vocal she's giving here.
Now that you're really
Very prim.
closer to your dreams, closer to your dreams, close to your
Huh. This is another reference of time going pretty quickly. Suddenly Monday. another song that I actually massively enjoyed. Again, what I loved really was the production, the airy feel to it, the almost the safari feeling to it almost, kind of. One thing I will say is that I think this made it clear to me why Follow Me was a bonus track slash B-side versus this, because these two sound very similar, and this is the better track, I can't lie. I really did like it. I mean, just the what was the lyric I liked? Hold me closer to your dreams, hold me closer to your fears, hold me closer to hear your laughter. She's just like, she wants this man right here. I liked it. I will say, because the last like minute and a half is just instrumental with a little bit of the closer, I think that could have been edited a little bit, just a tad. I was like, okay, I get it. I wrap it up. So other than that, though, I really did like this one, and I think it's a good second to last track. And again, it did make me think that Follow Me was rightfully so a bonus track. Track number 13, the final track, Feel the Sun, which is the biggest star of them all. So here we go. Feel the Sun. A little bit of scary production in the beginning here. Melanie likes to scare us.
These thoughts can be evil and they often deceive. Gotta believe that I can overcome. Lost in the wreckage of a million bad dreams. Hard to function, I just need some routine. But it's obscene. When did they stop the fun? Run away. Feel the sun. Waves crash like my emotion. Life has begun. Now I will be safe from the storm.
Hey, it's another mention of a storm. Tarnish it.
Just let it go.
Just let it go.
And now I stand here unafraid.
That's right.
Everything I've made. That's why I had to run away. Feel the sun. Waves crash like my emotion. Life has begun. Now I will be safe from the storm. I was looking for. I found the one. This is angels, my salvation. I'm feeling strong. I am never thought you are there when I call.
Okay. That's it. She found her Northern Star. So I like this again as the ending track. What's interesting to me is, again, Feel the Sun, which, ties into, the star. The biggest star of them all is the sun. So feel the sun, waves crash like my emotion, life has begun. Now I will be safe from the storm. I found the one, this angel's my salvation. It's feeling. What I like too is that it's tying in a lot of elements that we've taken in from other songs of this album. Like I believe there's another song that uses the term waves, then one about the storm, and then an angel and the salvation. Guilt is no use, it will tarnish your soul. Just let it go. The battle will soon be won. Cold in the shadow of who I should be. There's a fire burning deep inside me, helping me see. Only I hold the key. You know what would have made me like this song a little more? Is if Go hadn't been the opening track. Which I kind of get that why, but I feel like Northern Star would have been a better opening if you ask me. I don't know, maybe that's just me overthinking it, but I think that if we opened with Northern Star and then ended with Feel the Sun, it all ties in together. Which it still does, even with that, but this was interesting. I liked it. There's also parts of the song that reminded me of, what's it called? It's one of the, it's from the Dixie Chicks album, or the Chicks, I should say, the Chicks album, Gaslighter. It's like, if you're gone, I hope it's really worth it, 20 years. I forget which one that is. But if you know, you know. Now, granted, this is a more British, you know, people I'm tackling with this album, so I don't know if they're as familiar with the Chicks, but hey, what it is, but I liked it. A lovely ending to this album. Okay, guys, we just finished Melanie C, Miss C's debut studio album, Northern Star, and I could not be more than enthusiastic about it. I definitely see why everybody was like, Sal, you have to listen to this one. Or everybody's British usually, so it's like, Sal, you must listen to this one. It must be the one you listen to. So I couldn't be more excited that I got the chance to go through and listen to this with you guys. Again, a vinyl issue is coming out this year, so I couldn't be more excited for that. I will definitely, well, I don't drive, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it to a record store, but hopefully I'll be able to buy it online when it comes out. But what I liked about this album is the many different elements that are here that are so different from each other but work really well. Like there's a little bit of like trippy pop, a little bit of R&B, a little bit of rock in some parts. There's like a lot happening here, but weirdly enough, it all gels well together, which is just lovely. Melanie C's vocals are great. I really like that I get to hear more of her head voice in this. I think that sounds really, really pretty. I think it's just got a great choice of songs, a great track listing. I mean, again, I did just talk about how maybe I would have had Northern Star be the first track, but that's, you know, to each his own. Still, I mean, as it is, still, it's pretty great. My favorite songs, I mean, where do I begin? Northern Star, I Turn to You, Why, Suddenly Monday, that's a good one. I mean, the only track that I really disliked was Gaga. That's the only one I was like, you know what it is. Even the bonus track, Follow Me, I still like too. It's just a little too similar to Closer, but I mean, what are you going to do about that? You know what I mean? Wow, this is really cool. You know, I will say, you know, going through this, it is a little odd hearing If That Were Me on this album, because it lyrically is the most different. Like, it just doesn't really tie into, I feel, what else the album talks about. But it's also interesting. I don't know, it's weird, too. Like, there's a lot happening here. Wow. Okay, Miss C. What's also interesting, too, is that we listened to Jerry's album, obviously, last week, and Jerry's album is clearly what, you know, could have been a possible third Spice Girls album. Had she had stayed with the group, I guarantee some of those songs would have been brought up as ideas for the group to do. So it sounds like something very directly connected to the Spice Girls, whereas this, not a thing. Not a thing on here I could see the girls singing along to. It doesn't sound like them whatsoever. So it's interesting, and I like to hear that when Melanie C goes solo, this is solo. Like this is something so different. Again, with the title track, with the being like folky and theatery, that's interesting. With Suddenly Monday being very theater-esque, it's so interesting. I liked this a lot. There's a song for everybody on here, that's for sure. Again, I think I talked a little bit about it before, but I love that there are so many elements in here that remind me of Madonna's Ray of Light. Granted, this comes out, Ray of Light's 97, so 2 years afterwards. Fits the time frame. This is lovely. This is amazing, gorgeous, everything. I can't wait to listen to this again and to hear the single mix of Never Be the Same Again and the Hex Hector radio mix of I Turn to You. There's a lot happening here, and I'm very happy to have heard it. So what do you guys think of Northern Star? I already know most of you love this with a burning passion, so I mean that sets that there in place. But again, what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. As always, do not forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram at Salvador J. Roach, on Twitter at Sal Says Stuff, and TikTok at SalRoach1, and I will see you guys next week when we tackle, I do believe, Mel B's album, Hot. So I'll see you then. Have a great day. Head to the Northern Star. It's I don't know if it's the second star to the right or anything like that, but find it. Go to your Northern Star. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.